I said it at the beginning. I said,
so nobody is an island of knowledge, and everybody has the capacity to communicate errors. So we need an audit system that can audit the errors that are communicated. E.g., someone comes to say certificate is different from education. No.
Still ask myself that, is it compulsory for me to go into a relationship? After I scored a school, I came here to get an education. Why don't I just get the education and just leave? I found out that it is not possible.
The Bible, I also believe that the best platform to start up anything in life is in the church. Pardon me if you're not.
Okay, no problem. I'm very ready. I'm listening.
Okay, it's in the church.
You can see that some of these things also, it will also bring.
I think you should actually get it.
No, I have
The question that was directed was who should.
Yes, I agree with that.
Are you getting that? But he's trying to say that no,
It
but
is-
we can't really say.
I was looking for someone to help balance up my fee. Then it's not actually that I needed a roommate then, but I thought that okay, I've seen her, at least it would be fun if you are more than one in a room. But along the line, she's this spirit cocoa person. Wow. I discovered that along the line, there's some things she does that doesn't actually balance well with me. So I was like, let me manage.
I think you need to understand in that.
Cocoa in the sense that there's a difference between a Christian and being religious. She actually carried that Christianity on her head, which is not right.
But she
Because
doesn't
I'm
have
also
good
a Christian.
attitude, right?
She doesn't have a good attitude.
Alright.
She's very dirty. She doesn't keep up to things. As in her side of the room,
that's another
is
issue.
very,
This
very
issue
dirty.
of dirtiness. There are some ladies on
Usually
campus.
pisses me off. I don't
There
even
are
like
some
it
ladies
at
on
all.
campus. You can't even go close to them.
At all.
Because
She was even
Spirit cocoa. Actually, I'm hearing that word spirit cocoa for the first time. I used to hear spirit cocoa. I think the problem is not spirit cocoa, it's just attitude. She has a bad interpersonal relationship. When you can mingle with people without having challenges with them. Although you when you're on campus, you see so many of them looking. When you see them, they look very spiritual.
Exactly.
But when you get close to them, you would regret getting close to them. But we have some that also look very spiritual and have attitude. So it's not about their spirituality; it's about their person.
But she's actually making me look as if you're a Christian sister, that is how you are supposed to behave.
No, it's a person.
I don't.
That's
You
her
get it?
personality and
It's
not-
a person.
not
And
religious.
if you go to that expert, you see that it's just doctrine. You get it's the doctrine she carries that makes her like that.
Okay.
So for me, I would say what has helped me on campus from 100 level to date is just setting my priorities right, and I didn't allow distractions. I remember when I started in 100 level, there are some sets of friends I had intentions moving with, but I saw them as people that have always been locked indoors before they gained admission, and immediately they came to school, they just wanted to explore, and they explored badly. And they saw me as this girl, she can't take rubbish. And truly, when I notice you are going in a way that is not right, I will let you know. It's either you like me or you hate me for it. But when I saw it continued and they couldn't accept me for who I am, I actually chose other friends. Now the funniest part is, my very good friend in school now is a Muslim, a typical halaja. Why do I move close to her? Just because I see that she has good values. She has good morals about life. She sees life as in a modest way. She sees it as I need to achieve something. She doesn't see life in a religious way. We have some of them that are halajas. They don't want to move with people like us. They are so sarcastic about some things. But she sees life as I have just 4 years on campus. When I'm done with my 4 years, what will my story be? When I sit my kids down, what will I tell them? You understand? And determination backed up with that nothing will distract me.
Okay. So what you're trying to tell us now is this: you have to have this determination not to lose focus. I saw a write-up somewhere. The author said people lose their will when they lose their why. When you lose the reason why you're pursuing something, you definitely lose the purpose. And when you lose purpose, you lose focus. When you lose focus, you lose reasoning.
You're very
and you lose everything.
Yeah, very right.
So I want to believe we are spiritual because as a brother of mine told me everybody is spiritual. It all depends your level of spirituality and who you are spiritual for. Either you are spiritual for the devil or you are spiritual for God. Now I'm not a pastor. Hello. Yeah. Back to us. So I want to believe that over time, during this your 4 year in school, you must have gotten into 1 or 2 relationships. But presently, you are in a relationship, and you might want to share your experiences with us. You know how to actually manage your academics, building a spiritual life, and also keeping a relationship that will not mar your destiny. So, I begin.
Relationship. Okay. For me, when I was coming into this school, I was like, I want to get first class. I'm coming out with first class. Nothing is going to mar my distraction. You know, as an 100 level then, as a fresher, you're so eager. Everything gets your attention there. I was like, nothing is a lie. I removed it by fire, by thunder. I was like, no way. Nothing was going to distract me. But I discovered that along the line, you're a female, you're a girl. There is no how. As long as you're a girl, guys will keep coming. The more you drive them out, the more new ones keep coming. I was looking at it that, is it compulsory that in school I must go into a relationship? Even till now, sometimes I still ask myself that, is it compulsory for me to go into a relationship? After all, it's called a school. I came here to get an education. Why don't I just get the education and just leave? But I found out that it is not possible like that. One of my friends usually say, if you can't get a good relationship while you're in school, you're going to have problem when you get out. And I'm wondering, is it still true? Before I answer your question, I just want to be clear on that. Is it still true that if you don't get a good relationship in school, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get one when you're out of school? Is it true?
That statement,
Okay.
I would say maybe the person made that statement on experience basis.
Okay. Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it is wrong and right. But I see it as you should be able to, it depends on how you can manage things. If the relationship is affecting you negatively, then what are you doing with it? Do you get my point?
That's the point actually, because I remember when I started, I actually went into a wrong relationship just because my friend was into a relationship. That's the influence I'm talking about, and it's almost ruined my life. So I had no choice but to just drop it, even when I know I was developing a wrong feelings for the guy. I just had to drop it because I know my purpose and my focus of coming into the university, and that's why I go with what they just said now.
Well, it's a nice one. I'm really enjoying myself with you ladies. And I believe the viewers at home are enjoying themselves too. But before we continue on this beautiful discussion, we'll go on a very short break. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Students lack vital information, although they look well-dressed, beautiful and handsome. Our society has a lot to do in securing the confidence of people on campus.
But we find ourselves in situations where the leaders are not ready to listen to the students.
Do you want to know how students feel about their life on campus?
Do you want to know the challenges faced by students in our institution?
Do you want to get vital information on how to overcome these challenges? Then you are watching the right show. This is the Campus Voice Show.
At this show, we equip you with necessary information about the campuses.
We have access to all university and campuses.
We give a platform for you to air your views.
You were watching the Campus Voice Show.
You are watching the Campus Voice Show.
You are watching
the Campus Voice Show, salvaging
the students' mind.
This issue of missing score on our campuses today, who is to blame for it? Is it the lecturers or are we to blame the students?
To me, the students can be blamed and the lecturers also can be blamed. It depends on who the fault is really coming from, because the fault can't just come from the two of them at the same time. And if the student feels to do his own responsibility by writing the name or the matric number. It's kind of stressing the lecturer to really figure out that kind of student. And in a school whereby, like in a department whereby you have about over 200 students, how do you expect the lecturer to figure out that particular student, especially if it's even a carryover or an extra year student, not even a regular student this time around? So it will be hard for the lecturer to do that. And on the same part of the lecturer too can be blamed, in the sense that by not making any effort actually to carefully mark the script, because as Dami said earlier on, that some lecturers might just carelessly drop some scripts and not recording the scores actually. So on the part of the lecturer and the student, I think carefulness is highly needed.
Sorry, before you come in, I will not agree fully to that, because okay, now looking at the situation whereby even though the student did not properly fill the name or the matric number, now don't you think that is normal in a proper way for the lecturer? Okay, well, this student is not writing their name. The lecturer, at least there will be a class coordinator, and I know that most lecturers will have access to all these class coordinators and some of these things. Why is it that the lecturer cannot sort out some of these things and call the class coordinator, okay, come, I am taking you social course, come and sort this out? By so doing, you can see that some of these things oneself, it will also bring
Bamidele, I think you should actually get it.
No, I have something.
The question that was directed was who should.
Yes, I agree with that.
Are you getting that? But he's trying to say that no, but we can't really say. Are you getting it now? Mm-hmm. So I think we are, not to cause any controversy, we are all making a point.
Okay. Thank you very much then.
My percentage will go to the student, because you're the one writing this exam. You don't know who's going to mark it. So you have to put in all the best you think you can. Okay, let's assume that he or she writes his matric number, your department, and everything. We all know that if you want to write an exam, there's a particular time it elapses. Maybe it is 2 hours. Now, your lecturer is telling you, or the invigilator is telling you that time up. That's when students will feel relaxed that they want to write more. Now, the lecturer is about leaving the exam hall. You're running after him, putting answer sheet upon answer sheet. Some will definitely fall on the ground. Is the lecturer to be blamed? No, because you can't expect your lecturers to be picking your answer sheets. He has already said time up. I think one of the major things is we should always keep to time. We students sometimes, we just have this nonchalant attitude when it comes to there's nothing they can do. That's just what I have to say about it.
All right, thank you very much. So I want to ask again, in the case whereby a student fills in all her details or his details as regarding the matric number, the name, department and everything, but still find out that he or she is having a missing score on that particular course, what do you think should be done? Even after giving all your details and you still find a missing score, what can be done about that?
Well, to me, we need to go deeper towards that question you asked, because when you asked the question, what came to my mind was, it depends on the relationship. There are some lecturers, they have this particular site for a particular, let's say a female for an example. Maybe a lecturer has cited a lady in the class and you're like trying to get the lady and you've tried all means and everything, and you now say this is the only means I will use to get this lady, and later on you now see this lady is going to the lecturer's office and everything, whereas all what the lecturer wants is another thing, and be making this student to go through this process. But to me, I will say there's still need for the students to stand your ground, no matter anything. That is why you must, there's a gap you must give yourself between you and your lecturer, because if there are some things going on behind and you're saying because of, I've met a lot of ladies, they'll say the lecturer gave them this and that because of he's asking them out or one thing or the other. I think the solution to that is just for you to just be calm and maybe go to someone that knows that can speak, because if you say you want to go and start reporting the lecturer, it might lead to another thing. It's just for you to be calm and just take the right step.
All right, thank you very much there. Having discussed so far, we are now going to hit it. What are the effects? Adeola, I'm going to start with you now. What are the effects of missing score on the students?
Okay, thank you very much. Talking about the effect of missing score on the student, I think the first effect of missing score on students is it will affect the academic life negatively. That's the number one thing. Because I know of someone who who is a mathematics department presently, is a 300 level student, is intelligent. He's good, but his GP is currently suffering now as a result of a missing score. I will get to it now. So when people hear of such a person having a carryover, we think probably the person is not academically sound. But in the case of this person, he's having a missing score. So the first thing is that if such a person is not strong emotionally, the person will undergo what I call a trauma. The person will be discouraged. In fact, if the person is to take the course again, the rate at which the person prepared the first time will be nothing to be compared with the way the person will prepare the second, because it will be like, somebody preparing the first time and there's no result. It's just like walking like an elephant and eating like ant. There's nothing to show for it. And now you are telling the person to rerun. He doesn't know what he even came out with. Probably is an A or a failure. So, it will bring discouragement on the part of the person. That's number one, the academic life. Another thing is the emotional life. If such a person is not strong emotionally, it will be down and it will affect almost everything about such a person. So it's having lot of drastic effects on the life of an individual.
Thank you.
I believe being in the university is trying to tell you that you are being introduced to universal learning. And anything that comes to you, you should be able to boldly approach it. Nothing anxiety or anything will not help out. Another point is that either missing score, leading to carryover or whatever, is needful for some, if all, but for at least a larger percentage of students on campus, so that you can get serious. When you know that, okay, this thing comes your way this time around, and you know how it feels on your GP. Maybe you're around first class and you dropped. For the next semester, you want to make sure everything, you want to do, some students will just have missing score and they won't even go to their class coordinator to help them visit the lecturer, to help them do, they will just kind of give up. Because I had a friend like that until she pursued this script for months before she would avert having an extra year or something like that. So some students will not really pursue their class coordinator to, especially when you have a larger population, they will not really bother. So it will kind of teach them a lesson that, okay, next time you do something or whatever comes to you, because you are in a place where you learn almost everything in the university. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Korede. Thank you, Bambele. Thank you, Damilola. Thank you, Adeola, for coming to the show today. Our viewers at home, students out there, you've heard from our speakers. It's very important that you put in your best, you read your books, and also give your necessary details to avoid the issue of missing score, even as you proceed in your exams. Well, to come your way next time, the show is coming to an end for today. You can call the numbers displayed on your screen now, and for more information, you can follow us on our Facebook page displayed on the screen now. I remain your presenter, Frida, and the show remains Campus Voice. Thanks for staying with us.